Cyclone fans, to another broadcast of Cyclone Athletics. It is Saturday, February 11th, and we're here at Harlan Community High School gym, where it's postseason basketball time. 3A Region 5, where your Harlan Community Cyclones are playing host to the Tigers from Red Oak. The winner of tonight's game will move on to play the winner of Atlantic versus Clarinda. That game will be played in Atlantic next Wednesday night, February 15th. Cyclones come into tonight's contest with an overall record of 12 wins, 7 losses. Red Oak has a record of 1 win and 20 losses. These two teams met up back in December 16th here at Harlan Community High School gym, where the Cyclones were victorious over the Tigers by a score of 67-12. Red Oak a little limited with a roster and experience. Meanwhile, the Cyclones got a full slate of 15 gals over there. 5 starters have been starting the whole season. Red Oak has a little bit of a rotation of starters that they've had on the floor due to some injuries and some whatnot. So we'll see what goes on here tonight as your Harlan Community Cyclones in postseason play, getting ready to face the Tigers of Red Oak. And the starters for the Tigers. Number 10, Casey Kells. She's a 5'4" junior. Number 12, Lainey DeVries. She's a 5'8" freshman. Number 14, Merced Ramirez, 5'8" junior. Jocelyn O'Neill, number 40. She's a 5'7" freshman. And rounding things out, number 42, Jaden Lindsay, a 5'8" junior. Red Oak is coached by head coach Coleman Mullinex and assisted by Weston Rolink. Cyclones are coached by head coach Zach Clausen, assisted by Mark Cohurst and Sam Brummer. And for the Cyclones, number 11, Hannah Sonderman, a 5'6" junior. Number 15, Aubrey Sweezow, 5'8" sophomore. Number 23, Ava Munson, 5'7" junior. Number 35, Ella Ploffman, 5'5", senior. And rounding things out for Harlan Community, number 45, Erica Rust, a 5'11" junior. So those are starting lineups for both teams, and introduction of the coaches. So now we'll have the national anthem and then the opening tip. You're watching Cyclone basketball on HLTV, Channel 15.
Local Cyclone coverage on HLTV Channel 15 is brought to you by Keast Auto Center in Harlan, Iowa, Shelby County Farmers Mutual and Century Farm Insurance, Hanson House Senior Living. Experience life, experience Hanson House.
Conducting Swampler is a proud supporter of the Harlan community, education, and student activities. We move your business forward.
United Bank of Iowa. The difference is here. Member FDIC.
Polly Jones Funeral Home, longtime supporter of Harlan Community Athletics and events.
We're your station for Western Iowa sports. Cool Gold 105.3 FM, KNOD in Harlan, Iowa.
Family Service Community, SCSB.
Dr. J's Family Eye Care, longtime supporter of Cyclone Sports in Harlan.
Peterson Family Wellness Center and Lewis Family Aquatic Complex. Live well.
Cyclone Lanes, great family entertainment including bowling, sandwiches, and homemade buttercrust pizzas.
And now we're going to get ready for that opening tip. Again, first round of Class 3A Region 5 postseason play. Your Harlan Community Cyclones taking on the Tigers of Red Oak. In the center circle, number 40, Jocelyn O'Neill for Red Oak, and for Harlan Community, number 45, Erica Rust. Russ to tip for the Cyclones, and Cyclones get that. Red Oak back into a 2-3 zone, and Harlan Community right into their zone offense. First possession for the Cyclones. And they're going to talk about the shot clock. There wasn't a change of possession. The shot clock restarted, so they'll probably take the amount of time from the game clock. There wasn't ever a change of possession there on that loose ball, and the shot clock restarted. So they're going to probably put about 16 seconds on the shot clock, and the Cyclones will inbound again here on the sideline into their zone offense here. And the first possession almost ended into another turnover. We're down to 8 seconds on the shot clock, and Harlan Community inbounding on the baseline. Ella Ploffman from the corner is going to put up a three, no good. Rebounded by Sonderman on the backside. Cyclones resetting things, and here comes another three for Harlan Community. No good, but Erica Russ puts it up and good. Erica Russ gets the Cyclones on the scoreboard, 2-0. Harlan Community in a full court press here. Minute played in quarter number one, and the Cyclones lead 2-0. And there's going to be a held ball. And on the alternate possession arrow, it will favor Red Oak as the Cyclones got the opening tip. Cyclones picking up full court here. Red Oak breaking the full court press of the Cyclones, and Harlan Community back in a man-to-man defense. Shot clock now down to 10 for Red Oak. And kind of got by with a travel, and now there's going to be a held ball. Alternate possession arrow favors the Cyclones. Shot clock was down to 1 anyway, so they weren't going to get a shot up. Would have been a shot clock violation, and the Cyclones again back in their zone offense facing this 2-3 zone of Red Oak. There's a turnover inside. Red Oak has their second possession here, and there's a turnover as Hannah Sonderman with the steal. She goes in transition, puts a layup up, no good, and they're going to call a foul. Foul's whistled on number 40, I believe, Jocelyn O'Neill. That's her first personal, team's first. And it's going to send Hannah Sonderman, a 62% free throw shooter, to the free throw line for 2. First one's up and good. 3-0 Harlan Community. And the next one is up, and that's good. 2 for 2 for Sonderman, and the Cyclones lead 4-0. 2 minutes played in quarter number one. There's a turnover by Red Oak, and the Cyclones are going to fire up a three-pointer by Schwiezow. That's no good. Ella Ploffman got the rebound there. Now Red Oak comes away with it. Ball goes inside. Shot goes up. Blocked by Rust. And a layup is up and good by Ella Ploffman. Cyclones didn't have real good floor spacing there, but were able to get the bucket in transition. And they're up now 6-0. Cyclones now pushing the ball. And there's a turnover, Schwiezow. Almost 3 minutes played, and the Cyclones lead 6-0. Trying to go inside is Red Oak. Trying to feed the post to number 42, Jaden Lindsay. And there's going to be a timeout on the floor called by Red Oaks coach Coleman Mullinex as he wants to talk things over. And we're going to talk to you about those fine sponsors that make this live broadcast come to you, and some rebroadcast options as well later on. Those being United Bank of Iowa, Cyclone Lanes, K&OD Radio, Keast Auto Center, Dr. J's Family Eye Care, Polly Jones Funeral Home, Conductex Wampler, Shelby County State Bank, Hanson House Senior Living, Shelby County Farmers Mutual and Century Farm Insurance, and the Peterson Family Wellness Center and Lewis Family Aquatic Complex. So out of the timeout, 4:52 left in quarter number one. Cyclones lead 6-0, and they'll inbound on the baseline in the backcourt. Cyclones again facing the 2-3 zone. There's a three-pointer up by Schwiezow. No good. Last touched by Red Oak. So possession will stay with the Cyclones on the baseline. Sonderman gets it. Schwiezow on the baseline, and there's a blocking foul called on number 42, Jaden Lindsay. The team's second team foul. First on Lindsay, and it's going to send Schwiezow to the free throw line for two. She's a 58% free throw shooter. First one is good. She'll have a second one as it was in the act of shooting. And the second one is good. Cyclones 4 of 4 from the free throw line here in this first quarter, and they now lead 8-0. There's a turnover by Red Oak. Cyclones in transition. Nice pass forward by Ella Ploffman. She finds Aubrey Schwiezow running the floor. The Cyclones lead 10-0 with 4 minutes to play here in quarter number one. There's going to be a foul after the turnover. Foul's going to be called on Casey Kells. That's her first personal foul. Team's third. Some substitutes into the ball game for Red Oak. Cyclones inbounding. Munson's going to fire up a three from the corner, and there's going to be a foul on Munson from the corner. Fouls on number 10. Casey Kells picks up 2 fouls within about 3 seconds. So Munson's going to go to the free throw line for 3. Yeah, she was fouled in the act of shooting a three-pointer.
You're not wrong.
Munson, a 45% free throw shooter on the season, makes the first. Cyclones perfect from their free throw line. 5 of 5. Munson has 2 more free throws coming here. That one is up good. Into the contest for the Cyclones, Savannah Christensen and Ava Miller. And here's Munson's third free throw. And that is up and good. Munson goes 3 for 3. The Cyclones a perfect 7 for 7 from the free throw line, and they lead 13-0 as we go just under 4 minutes to play. Cyclones deflected that out of bounds, so the possession will stay with Red Oak here on the baseline. Got by with a travel, I think, twice. Russ comes away with the defensive rebound. Munson pitches the ball forward. Layup by Schwiezow goes up, no good. Red Oak comes away with the defensive rebound. Three and a half minutes to play, 13-0. Cyclones with the lead. Almost a steal there on the sideline. Possession stays with Red Oak. Ball goes inside, stolen by Rust. Rust is leading the break here. Well, the Cyclones have numbers. They were going to try and go inside down to Savannah Christensen. Munson's going to fire up a three. No good. Rebounded there by Red Oak. Cyclones come away with the rebound. There's going to be a foul called on number 12, Lainey DeVries. That's her first personal foul. It's going to be the team's fifth. It's going to send Aubrey Schwiezow back to the free throw line where she was 2 of 2. Her first trip misses on that one. She'll have another as it was in the act of shooting. Getting substitutes for both teams coming in. And Schwiezow goes 0 for 2 on that trip. And then there's going to be the first foul on the Cyclones. That's going to be whistled on Savannah Christensen. That's her first personal foul, team's first. Oh, and there's going to be full timeout called by Red Oak's Coleman Mullenix to talk things over, maybe about what they want to change up offensively. His score is Harlan Community 13, Red Oak Tigers nothing, and we want to take an opportunity here during this timeout to thank our fine sponsors for making this live broadcast come to you tonight, as well as on some rebroadcast opportunities later. Those sponsors being Peterson Family Wellness Center and Lewis Family Aquatic Complex, Shelby County Farmers Mutual and Century Farm Insurance, Hanson House Senior Living, Shelby County State Bank, Conductix Wampler, Polly Jones Funeral Home, Dr. J's Family Eye Care, Keast Auto Center, KNOD Radio, Cyclone Lanes, and United Bank of Iowa. So out of the timeout, the score is Harlan Community 13, Red Oak 0. 2:41 left to play in quarter number 1. Cyclones in a little full court press. Layup up, no good, but then there's a foul. Foul's called on Harlan Community. It's going to be Savannah Christensen's second personal foul, team's second. And it is Jaden Lindsay shooting the free throw. She's 0 for 1 there. We'll have a second as it was in the act of shooting. And that one's up, no good. 0 for 2 is Lindsay. And there's a blocking foul called on number 42, Lindsay. That's going to be her second personal foul. It's going to be the team's 6th. So on the, called it on the floor. On the next foul, the Cyclones will be shooting a 1-and-1 if it's not a shooting foul. Russ puts a shot up, no good. Rebound to Ava Miller. 3-point shot up by Schwiezow is good. Aubrey Schwiezow with the 3-point basket. Cyclones now lead 16-0 as we close in on 2 minutes to play. And it's going to be touched by the Cyclones, or excuse me, by Red Oak. So the ball's turned over to the Cyclones as we get 2 minutes to play here in quarter number 1. Soderman's going to put up a 3. No good. Rebounded by Red Oak. They get it across the timeline, and in transition, they put a shot up and good. That's number 40, Jocelyn O'Neill. She scores the bucket. 16-2 is the score. Cyclones with the lead, and there's a turnover as Squeezeout tried feeding the post to Erica Rust. Red Oak comes away with it, and they cross the timeline. Cyclones still in their man-to-man defense with a 14-point lead, and there's a steal by Sonderman. Sonderman gets it across, and then right back to Hannah. Sonderman scores the bucket. Nice little transition basket there. And there's going to be a foul. 18-2 is the score in favor of the Cyclones. .57 seconds left in quarter number 1. And that's going to be last touched off the leg of number 12, Lainey DeVries, as she went driving in. So the Cyclones will have it. There's 48 seconds on the game clock, 35 on the shot clock. A 13-second differential between the two. Ploffman's going to let a three-pointer fly, no good. Rebounded by Red Oak. Red Oak across the timeline. About a 1-second differential now between the shot clock and game clock. Shot put up, no good. And Ava Munson saved that. Molly Swenson couldn't quite run that down out of bounds. Turnover Cyclones. Now there's 15 seconds left in quarter number 1. Shot clock is off. 15 seconds left in this first quarter of play, and there's a steal by the Cyclones. Now they have a chance to add to that 18-2 lead here as they're closing out quarter number 1. Swenson's going to fire a three from the corner. That's no good. That's going to bring us to the end of quarter number 1, where the Cyclones of Harlan Community lead the Tigers of Red Oak 18-2. We're going to take a quick break and be back with second quarter action of play. You're watching Cyclone basketball on HLTV Channel 15. Welcome back, Cyclone fans. Ready for second quarter action of play. Cyclones leading 18-2 after quarter number 1. Red Oak to inbound. Cyclones in their man-to-man defense. On the dribble drive, they put a shot up and good. That is number 30, Emily Siebenecker. She scores the basket. 18-4 is the score. Sonderman's going to put up a three, and that rolls around and good. Hannah Sonderman with a three-point bucket. 21-4 is the score in favor of the Cyclones. Red Oak across the timeline. And Sonderman couldn't quite run that one down. Last touch by Harlan Community. So the possession will go back over to Red Oak. Again, leading 21-4. Ball goes in, layup up, no good. Rebounded by Rust, and the Cyclones cleared out as Munson goes in transition, gets it to Rust. Rust puts a shot up and good. Erica with the bucket. She's got 4 points. 23-4. Cyclones with the lead. Little dribble drive, shot put up, no good. Rebounded by Munson. Cyclones in transition. Runners up and good. Cyclones now lead 25-4. 21-point lead for the Cyclones. Shot put up, no good. And there's Erica Rust coming away with the steal. Cyclones gonna pull up with a three, no good, but Rust is right there to get the offensive rebound a couple different times and finally scores it. Rust with 6 points now, and the Cyclones lead 27-4. There's a steal on the cross-court pass. Layup up and good. Schwiezow with the steal and bucket. 29-4 is the score in favor of Harlan Community. And there's Ella Ploffman stepping in the passing lane, and with the steal, Ella Ploffman with 4 points. And Coach Mullinex wants to take a 30-second timeout as the Cyclones are anticipating the little cross-court passes, and they step in and pick those off, and they turned into layups for the Cyclones. A little bit of a run here in the first 3 minutes of play, 4 minutes of play here in quarter number 2 on a 13-2 run. Cyclones now in a little bit of a 1-3-1 zone, it looks like. Shifting things up from their man-to-man to a zone, and that's Ava Munson coming away with the steal. She's going to fire up a three. No good. Rebounded by Savannah Christensen. That's no good. And finally rebounded by Ava Miller. Ava Miller with the offensive rebound and putback. She's fouled. She'll have one free throw attempt for a three-point play opportunity. And that's up no good. Foul is on number 40, Jocelyn O'Neill. That's her second personal foul. Team 7th. Cyclones now in the 1-1 the remainder of the half. Again, Cyclones now in a 1-3-1 zone. Red Oak's kind of getting the one side of the floor kind of overloaded, known on that back side. And the Cyclones come away with another steal. Three-point shot up by Schwiezow, no good. Rebounded by Red Oak. 4.5 to play. 33-4 in favor of Harlan Community. Red Oak really doesn't know how to attack this 1-3-1 zone. Shot goes up by Schwiezow, no good, and they're going to whistle a foul. Foul's on number 10, Casey Kells. That's her third personal foul. Team's 8th, and it's going to send Aubrey Schwiezow back to the free throw line. She's 2 of 4 from the free throw line tonight. 3 of 5 now. She'll have another one coming, as that was in the act of shooting. Second free throw is up and good. 35-4 is the score in favor of the Cyclones. Week 1 under 4 minutes to play. Shot up, no good by Red Oak. Rebounded by Savannah Christensen. The Cyclones come back down against the 2-3 zone of the Tigers. Swenson fired up a three, no good. Rebounded by Miller, and she gets it across the lane to Savannah Christensen, and she scores the bucket. 37-4 is the score in favor of the Cyclones. Cyclones still in that 1-3-1 zone. And again, Red Oak just kind of stymied and not knowing how to attack it. They can't get any post touches or dribble penetration. And there's a steal on the cross-court pass opportunity. Cyclones now, and they're getting their zone offense set up. Ball goes inside to Savannah Christensen. Her shot attempt is up, no good, and there's going to be a foul whistled on Molly Swenson, I believe. Her first personal foul. Team's fourth. 2:40 left to play in the half. Cyclones lead 37-4. And there's going to be a foul called on the Cyclones. So on Swenson, that's her second personal foul. Team's fifth. Sonderman back into the lineup for the Cyclones. And there's going to be a steal by Ella Ploffman. Miller across the timeline with it. Sonderman saves the possession for the Cyclones, and Ploffman's going to fire up a three, no good. Rebounded by Christensen, and Savannah Christensen with the bucket. 2 minutes to play in the half. Cyclones lead 39-4. Ball's tipped out of bounds. Possession will stay here with Red Oak. Under 2 minutes to play. Cyclones leading 39-4. Cyclones still in their half-court zone defense. There's a shot up, no good. Rebounded by Ella Ploffman, and Ella Ploffman pushing the ball in transition here. Red Oak gets back. Skip pass over to Ploffman, up to Munson. Back over to Sonderman, playing a little cat and mouse game up front against the zone. Ball to Miller in the corner. She puts up a three, no good. Rebounded by Kells for Red Oak. Closing in on 1 minute to play here in the half. 39-4 is the score in favor of the Cyclones. Three-pointer up by Kelsey Kells, no good. Rebounded on the backside, no good. And Harlan Community across the timeline. Munson weaves her way through, and Ava Munson with her first field goal. She's got 5 points, and the score is Harlan Community 41. Red Oak 4. Three-pointer up, no good. Rebounded by Ploffman. 24 seconds left in the half, so there's no shot clock. Ploffman's gonna fire up a three, no good. Rebounded by Red Oak. They've got 12 on the game clock. Cross half court. Got by with a little travel there. Be a three-pointer up by Kelsey Kells, no good. And that's going to bring us to halftime, where the score is Harlan Community 41, Red Oak 4. We'll have some halftime stats for you and be back with second half action of play. You're watching Cyclone basketball on HLTV, Channel 15.
At United Bank of Iowa, the difference is here. Conveniently located at the corner of Highway 59 and Pine Street in Harlan, you'll always find a smiling face to greet you and help you with all your banking needs. We offer competitive rates on deposits and loans, and the latest in technology with our online and mobile products. Come and find out for yourself why the difference is here at United Bank of Iowa. Member FDIC.
Welcome back, Cyclone fans. It's halftime here at Harlan Community High School Gym. The Cyclones lead the Tigers from Red Oak 41-4. Cyclones outscored the Tigers 18-2 in quarter number 1 and 23-2 in quarter number 2. Cyclones got to the free throw line 12 times there in the first half, converted on 9 of them. And it converted a lot of defense into offense as they got some steals, and those steals turned into some transition layups. To start the second half, it's a 37-point differential. So anytime that you have a 35-point differential, it'll be a continuous clock, and it will stay a continuous clock until the point differential is down to 25. So this could be a quick moving second half here. Again, three-pointer up by Schwiezow, no good. Clock will stop like on free throws and injuries and timeouts, but that's about it. And there's a three-pointer by Casey Kells. Three-point bucket by her, 41-7. There's Schwiezow tried getting a little cross-court bounce pass over to Rust. Red Oak steps in front of that and gets the steal. There's a little running jumper by number 12, Lainey DeVries. 41-9 is the score now. Cyclones in their zone offense. Shot is up by Rust. She gets the basket. She's got 8 points. It's 43-9. Cyclones in transition, and there's Aubrey Schwiezow with the transition bucket. 45-9. Cyclones with another steal as Erica Rust tipped that out of the way. Kicked over to Ploffman. Ploffman's going to let a three fly. That's no good. Rebounded on the backside by the Tigers. Shot is up, no good, and it's going to be last touch, they're going to say, by the Cyclones. Ball gets inbounded. Three-pointer up by Kells, no good. Rebounded by Munson. Munson now with it across the timeline, going in transition to Ploffman, and there's going to be a loose ball turnover. And there's going to be a foul on Schwiezow. Be her first, team's first of the second half. Ball getting worked around the perimeter. Shot is up and good. And that was a bucket by Jaden Lindsay. Red Oak had 4 at halftime. They've already scored 7 here in the first 3 minutes of the third quarter. 45-11 is the score. Shot put up by Cyclones, no good. Rebounded by Red Oak. Kells with the three-pointer from the corner, no good. Cyclones with it. There's a layup attempt by Schwiezow that's no good. Red Oak with it across the timeline. Cyclones back in their zone defense. Played pretty much mainly man-to-man in the first quarter. And switch to a zone in the second. 45-13 now is the score. Ella Ploffman battling for it, no good. Clock will stop. There's 3:40 left to play in the third quarter. Clock will stop on free throws. Ploffman will go to the free throw line for 2. That first one is up and good. Second free throw by Ploffman, up, no good. 46-13, favor of the Cyclones. There's going to be a deflection, but Red Oak still stayed with it. Now the Cyclones across the timeline. Munson gets it forward to Miller. Miller gets it to Ploffman. Ploffman scores the bucket. She's got 8, 49-13. Kells on the baseline drive is shut down. She kicks it back out. 4 on the shot clock. 3. They're going to have to let it go. No good. They're going to keep it in play here. Two and a half minutes to play in quarter number 3. Cyclones leading 49-13. Albertson with the offensive rebound, putback attempt, no good. Kells with it. She's going to fire up a 3 for the Tigers, no good. Rebounded by Munson. Ploffman's going to put up a 3, rattles in and out. And that's going to be Savannah Christensen that's going to be whistled for the personal foul. That's her 3rd personal. Red Oak with it. Minute 20 left in the third quarter. Cyclones leading 49-13. Shot is up, no good. Albertson with the rebound. Skip pass across the zone. Munson goes in. Now Miller's going to fire up a 3. No good. And Red Oak comes away with the rebound. Closing in on 30 seconds left to play. There's a turnover by the Tigers. Cyclones with it under no shot clock on as there's 20 seconds left in the third quarter. And a shot is up and good by Ava Munson. And with 10 seconds to play, it's 52-13. Red Oak's going to let one fly at the buzzer, and that's no good. And that's going to bring us to the end of the third quarter where the Cyclones lead 52-13. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with fourth quarter action and play. You're watching Cyclone basketball on HLTV, Channel 15. Welcome back, Cyclone fans. Fourth quarter action of play. Cyclones leading 52-13. Continuous clock. Here's the Cyclones are ahead by more than 35 points. There's a travel call by Red Oak. Turnover Tigers, so the Cyclones will have it. Mueller inbounds to Sweezow. She gets across the timeline. Cyclones get set up in their zone offense. Three-pointer from the top of the key by Sweezow is up, no good. Red Oak across the timeline. And they kind of get by with a travel call. Shot up, no good. Going to be last touch by the Tigers. Out of bounds, so the Cyclones will have it. One minute played here into this fourth quarter. Sweezow dribbles along the baseline, gets it over to Mueller, up to Ploffman inside. Nice ball movement. There's a shot up and nice post-to-post feed there. As Rust found Mueller on the low post, she scores the bucket. 54-13 is the score. There's a steal by Ella Ploffman. Nice job by Ella getting into the passing lane with the steal. Cyclones doing a good job of anticipating some of those passes. Ella just couldn't quite finish there. 54-13. 6 minutes to play. Nice job there by Ella. Again, getting into the passing lane. Her and Sweezow have done a nice job, along with Munson, getting some steals out there tonight, which has turned into transition layup points. Ball getting outside. Now inside for Red Oak. No good. Cyclones come away with the rebound. Sweezow across the timeline with it. She finds Ella Ploffman down low. Ella gets it to Erica Rust. No good. Ella battling inside. Ella is going to go to the free throw line for two. Ploffman, one of the Cyclone seniors, with 8 points. She'll have another free throw coming, as it was in the act of shooting. Next free throw by Ella's up and good. Ploffman with 9. And it's 55-13 Cyclones. Cyclones in their zone defense here, forcing Red Oak outside the arc. Ball goes inside. Shot put up, no good. Rebounded by the Tigers. There's another three-pointer up, no good. Rebounded by Ella Ploffman, and the Cyclones are off and running. Red Oak gets back. Gonna be a skip pass over to Ploffman. Nice ball work around the outside perimeter. Shot goes up by Rust. She misses, gets her own rebound, and Erica Rust puts it in for 10. The Cyclones lead 57-13. Ploffman and Sweezow are doing a nice job of forcing Red Oak outside the arc, and there's a steal. And the ball gets tipped out of bounds. Some substitutes into the contest here for the Cyclones. Munson to inbound. Going to be a three-point shot up by Miller, no good. There's going to be a foul. They're going to call it on Grace Albertson. That's her first personal foul. Cyclones back in their 2-3 zone. And a little running jumper that's blocked by Albertson. 3-on-2, nice pass from Munson. She tried getting it to Swenson. It's blocked out of bounds. Cyclones will still maintain possession. Swenson's going to let a three-pointer go from the corner, and that's Molly Swenson with the three-point basket. 60-13. Cyclones with the lead. There's a steal by Munson. Little 3-on-1 break. Nice pass over to Swenson. She couldn't quite finish the layup there, but nice anticipation there by Munson. And in transition, getting it across the court to Molly Swenson. Possession will stay with Harlan Community. Grace Albertson with the shot attempt that's up, no good. 2.5 minutes to play. And the shot is up. No good, but they're going to call a foul. Foul's whistled on Molly Swenson. Send Red Oak to the free throw line. It's 60-13 here before these two free throw attempts. 60-14. Substitutes back into the lineup for the Cyclones. Out there on the floor is Ava Miller, Kara Kinkle, Kate Kesters, Grace Albertson, and Macy Mueller finishing things out here for the Cyclones as we have 2 minutes and some change. Ball goes inside to Albertson. She turns around, jumper up, no good. It can be a held ball. Possession arrow favors the Cyclones. Addie Wicks now into the lineup for Harlan Community. Red Oak in their 2-3 zone. Ball goes into Kate Kesters, puts up a three, no good, rebounded. And there's a foul. Send Mueller to the free throw line for two as she was fouled in the act of shooting. First free throw is up, no good. She'll have a second as, again, it was in the act of shooting. Kennedy Rice into the lineup now for the Cyclones. Cyclones emptying their bench. Second free throw is up by Mueller, is good. And that's Lauren Schmitz that's coming into the lineup for Harlan Community. 1:39 left in the contest. Cyclones lead 61-14. Cyclones in that 2-3 zone yet, and they create a errant pass and turnover. Wicks gets it over to Schmidt. She finds Kesters. A minute to play. Ball getting worked around the perimeter. Kinkle's going to let one fly from the baseline. Up, no good. Kennedy Rice does a nice job of hustling down the offensive rebound. There's going to be a shot up, no good by Lauren Schmitz. And the Tigers come away with the rebound. There's a transition basket that's missed by Red Oak, and Harlan Community across the timeline with 30 seconds left to play, leading 61-14. Addison Wicks has it, thinks about a three. 15 seconds, ball gets into Kennedy Rice, but then there's a turnover and now a foul. And that's going to bring us to the conclusion of this game. Cyclones victorious 61-14, very similar to the first time they played here back in December, where the Cyclones were victorious 67-12. And the Cyclones will move on to next Wednesday's game over at Atlantic, where they will face the winner of Atlantic and Clarinda in postseason play. Scoring unofficially tonight: Hannah Sonderman 7, Aubrey Schwiezow 15, Ava Munson 8, Ella Ploffman 9, Erica Russ 10, Savannah Christensen 4, Macy Mueller 3, Ava Miller 2, and Molly Swenson 3. So good win for the Cyclones here tonight. Moving on in postseason play to round 2 over in Atlantic next Wednesday, February 15th at 7 o'clock, facing the winner of tonight's game between Atlantic and Clarinda. Again, this has been Jonathan North on the camera, Bill Mueller on the play-by-play. You've been watching Cyclone basketball on HLTV Channel 15, where it's always great to be a Cyclone.